Over the past few days on my channel, I have given you my thoughts about Splatoon in various videos. I will leave a link to them in the description. But in this video, I thought I'd round up all of my thoughts into one video and do a review for Splatoon. I'm not going to include single player within this review just because I haven't played single player that much, so I feel like it will be unfair for me to review single player based on the little that I've played of it. But this video, I'm just going to review what I've played so far, and that is mainly the multiplayer side of Splatoon. So to start off with, what is Splatoon? Well, Splatoon is a new IP from Nintendo. It is a third-person shooter, and it's a third-person shooter like we've never seen before, pretty much. This game, basically the main characters are called Inklings. They are basically squids. You can turn into a squid, and when you're in the Inkling, you can shoot ink from your weapon, and then you can swim in that ink when you're in the squid form. You can do that just by holding down the ZL button. And the main game mode for the online multiplayer for Splatoon is Turf War. Basically, this game mode revolves around you covering as much ink as possible, and the team that covers the most ink wins. It's not really focused on kills, so anybody, say like if you haven't really experienced too many shooters, anybody can play Splatoon and contribute to the win for your team. And that is what I like about Turf War. I'm absolutely loving Splatoon at this moment in time. I haven't had this much fun playing an online multiplayer game since GoldenEye Wii. I think you guys who know me and know this channel know that I absolutely loved GoldenEye Wii, and I just had an absolute blast playing this game, or that game. And I'm having an absolute blast playing Splatoon as well. It is just so fun to play. I just love how it's just something completely different out there. I think Splatoon is the best shooter to come out in years just because it is completely new. This gameplay is something which we haven't seen before. I think before Splatoon, I think the shooter genre has got a little bit stale, with developers just using the same type of gameplay over and over again. And I think Splatoon is another one of those standout games in the shooter genre, kind of like what GoldenEye N64 was, Call of Duty 4 was. For me, Splatoon is another one of those standout games because I think this game is a great game and it is just a lot of fun to play. But I know some people, or a lot of people out there, will disagree with what I've just said. I'm sure a lot of people won't see Splatoon as being a standout game in the shooter genre, because I think I've heard some people saying that this game is too casual, which is just a load of rubbish. Anybody that has played this game knows that this game isn't a casual game. I just think it's stupid how gamers set limits on themselves. Oh, I can't play this game, it's too casual. Surely the most important thing is whether the game is fun to play or not. And Splatoon is just so much fun to play. Surely that is the most important thing. Surely that is why you play video games to begin with, to have fun. That should be the most important thing. But gamers just set limits on themselves. Oh, I can't play this game because it's too casual. That's just a load of rubbish in my opinion. I'm sure some people say that Splatoon isn't another one of those standout games because of its art style. I'm sure some people say, oh, this is a kid's game because it's got colour in it, which is just a load of rubbish. I'm sure some people say that Splatoon isn't another one of those standout games because it isn't 1080p, 60 frames per second, with blood, guts, gore, with like 10,000 pores on the main character's face, with so many polygons on the screen, because that's what gamers care about. All what they care about is 1080p, 60 frames per second, how many pores are on this character's face. That's what they flipping talk about these days. Barely anybody talk about gameplay these days. That's what it seems like to me. That's what it seems like everybody talks about. It's just that stupid stuff that doesn't really matter at the end of the day. The most important thing when it comes to a game is its gameplay. Is the gameplay fun? Is it you know, something which you've never seen before? Is it something which you can just get invested in? And with Splatoon, for me, it is. I think Splatoon is really addictive. I just love going in, leveling up, seeing what weapons I can buy in the weapon shop through me leveling up, and then seeing what gear I can buy, and then, you know, trying to unlock all of the gear abilities on those gear. It's just really addictive, and that boils down to how fun the gameplay is. This gameplay is something quite special, I think. I'm sure a lot of people disagree with me, but I honestly think this game is a great game, and I think a lot of people should have this game in their collection because it's something which we haven't seen before, and it's something which should be celebrated if that is the right word to use. Just because in this generation we've pretty much just seen the same type of games over and over again. We've seen sequels, we haven't seen many new experiences that have done, you know, that have done it well, that have done it as well as Splatoon, and that's what I feel like this game is. It's a new IP that does, you know, a new gameplay experience well. It's just a cracking game, but the most important thing is that it is fun to play. I'm sure some people will comment on the lack of content within the game. I think, you know, the content should have been on the disc, but I think it could be a clever way to keep people playing this game. If there's new content all the time, it might mean that players will always come back to Splatoon and play Splatoon for the DLC that is coming over the next couple of months. That is free, by the way. It isn't like what Evolve did, how it's got, you know, tons of micro DLC to start off with, and that is a full price $60 game, if I'm not mistaken, when it did come out. That was a $60 game with stupid amount of microtransactions. But with Splatoon, this is a game that has free DLC. Yes, it should have been on the disc, but I kind of like how Nintendo are making an event out of, you know, adding in the DLC. It just means that you look forward to when the DLC comes out, and it just means that you have even more fun playing the game. I think Splatoon is a really fun game, like I said before. I'm sure some people comment on voice chat. For me, this game doesn't need it. But I'm just looking forward to the new game modes that are coming soon. My next video, I will talk about Rainmaker and some of my ideas for that game mode. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But yeah, to summarise, I think Splatoon is a cracking game. I think the one thing that I would change at this moment is the map rotation. I do believe it's 2 maps every 4 hours. That does get a little bit boring, so I'll cut that down to 2 maps every 2 hours. Or maybe they could do a random system where, you know, it just randomly chooses the map and it doesn't really do it based on the 2 map selection basis. Maybe you could just join a turf war lobby and you get Woolard Warehouse, and then next match you get Salt Spray Rig, and then the next match you get Blackberry Skate Park. So it just completely changes it up. Or you could just have Blackberry Skate Park, Blackberry Skate Park, Salt Spray Rig, Port Mackerel, Woolard Warehouse. You know, they could do it completely random. That's what I think Nintendo should add in with a patch. I think obviously we need a party system in there as well. That's coming in August. So the game isn't perfect, don't get me wrong, but from what I've played so far, the game is really fun to play, and it is really addictive, and I don't think Splatoon is worth missing out on, you know, for voice chat or a lack of content, because more content's coming, and, you know, in August or maybe before that, you can party up with 7 of your friends. You could, you know, go on Skype, go on TeamSpeak and chat through that way. That's what you can do to get around it, and I think people should get around those issues to experience Splatoon, because I think Splatoon is not worth missing out on for those 2 things, because I think this is a really good game. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. I'm just giving you my honest feedback from Splatoon. If I thought different, if I thought Splatoon was awful, don't get me wrong, I would have come out and said that, but I'm having so much fun playing this game. I think this is a great game. It's one of the best new games I've played in years, and that I just can't speak highly enough of this game. And I think this is another Mario Kart. I think this is another Smash Brothers, and I think Splatoon should have its own outing every generation. So the NX, if it is a console, I think we should see Splatoon 2. I really do. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about Splatoon in the comment section below. I'm sure some people say, Snorv, you're just a Nintendo fanboy, but I'm not. I've openly come out and criticised Nintendo on my channel in the past, but I don't just criticise them for the sake of criticising them. I do give them praise when it's due. And with Splatoon, I think the credit is definitely needed for Splatoon, because they've created a cracking new experience that is just so fun to play. It really is. And that is what I judge games on, not on the stupid stuff that a lot of gamers talk about these days, like the 1080p, the 60 frames per second. How many pores are on this person's face? Oh my god! Oh, look, I'm zooming in. Look how many pores are on his face. Look how many polygons. The polygons. It doesn't matter. That stuff doesn't matter. Seriously, it doesn't matter, because if the gameplay is shit, then it doesn't matter if the 1080p, if it's 60 frames per second, if there's so many pores on somebody's face. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter if the gameplay there is garbage. And I think with Splatoon, more people should be talking about how great the gameplay is, and not on the lack of voice chat, and not on the lack of content. That is what I feel like too many people are focusing on, not the fact that the gameplay is great, more of that sort of stuff. But hey, that's what other people think. This is what I think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a pretty long review, probably the longest review on YouTube, but yeah, I just wanted to get everything off my chest. And yeah, you will be seeing more Splatoon content on my channel. There will be another one tomorrow where we'll talk about Rainmaker and what it could possibly be. So yeah, that is it for this video. This isn't a casual experience. If you think Turf War is casual, then Splat Zones definitely isn't casual, and I'm sure Rainmaker won't be as well. So yeah, I've talked for way too long now. I've rambled on for way too long. If you have enjoyed this video, I really would appreciate you guys to spend a couple of seconds just to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new to my channel and you want to hear me ramble on about other gaming topics, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, because there is going to be more, especially for E3. E3, I'm going to be doing tons of videos and doing trailer reactions, roundups, you name it, I'll probably do it. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it, but until next time, I'm out of here for now. Goodbye.